We've waited 7 long months, but the NFL is back. We'll see the ageless Tom Brady leading the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers and the return of Dak Prescott with his Cowboys. Next on Thursday night.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. To throw is Prescott, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt.
Back deep, Antonio Brown. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, and most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Let's go!
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Sheds off the tackle. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again to Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott now steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a first down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 17-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady to throw again.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on.
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. The give is to Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period, and that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game, and could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Shotgun now for Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Carlton Davis picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging to...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A give to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Play action. Now it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
First down Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard.
Brady now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
Now Brady again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Jones.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On second down. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They go to Elliott again.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Power running by Zeke.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
2nd and 6. At the Buccaneers 41.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. That one goes for 24 yards.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations, including his own.
On first down, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Prescott on the move to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So at that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Brady to throw. And that's complete to Brown. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more.
To throw is Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw, Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 30 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So Dak and the Cowboys down 13-9, a little under a minute to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Rolling to his left. That is caught by Lamb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them, a big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now all the focus shifts over to the Bucs, trailing by a field goal. 44 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Evans once again the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Dallas, they start the season with a great win.